Hello, let's play a bunch of daily word games. Today's bonus game is word peaks. So let's start with peaks. All right, nothing on the right, so let's guess that word. Get some good letters. I want the T, R, L, the vowels probably. What can I do here? I thought of trill, but I don't really want to do a double L. I can't think of something good. How about, actually, we can use the N. We can do grunt. Let's try grunt. Ooh, that was actually really good. There's a U in the right word. T and R. I'm not sure what we're doing on the right. Something like TUR. Do we like have the U here with a different vowel, like an OR? Tutor? I'm gonna try it. It'll tell us where that T goes. All right, TU. TU something RO? Turbo. Oh, it's turbo. I guess turbo yesterday in Symble, I think. It was wrong, but interesting. Okay, on the left, we know there's an R. We either start with R or we end with RT. Like exert? No, it can't be exert. Sorry, it just popped out to me with the letters I had filled. I don't know, maybe re something, not reset. I don't know how many re words are like real words, but I could try something like relet just to see what's going on here. Okay, so it is re and then a T here, but I don't know. Like, what's the most likely to be? Probably refit. Okay, remit. Yes, okay. Remit and turbo. Got it. Whew. I almost lost two in a row. I could have done a filler there, but I don't know. It felt like it was close. I didn't feel like doing a filler. Let's move on. Let's do Fibble. Each guess has a lie in it. So maybe this A was supposed to be yellow or gray, or maybe this R should have been gray or green. We don't know, but one of these colors is wrong, but exactly one of them's wrong. I like to use the positive information when I can, so I'm going to do an AER word, and then we'll do something like, I was going to say hater, but that would use all of them. But I do want to use the T if I can. Cater, maybe? Ooh. My thought is we're just ATER and we're just a different one, like later. Okay, we're not. Interesting. Okay, so we have a lie between these T's because they don't agree, and we have a lie between these R's. Between cater and later, there is only there's only two lies total. One of them's here, one of them's here, which means none of the other ones can lie. That would be a third lie, and we don't have a third lie. That means this is the lie for Earth, which means there is no T, which means that's the lie, which means there's an R. Okay, so we are an ER word, but the A is not second. So it's like A something something ER would be my guess. So I don't want to put that A next to the E. Something like amber. Something like amber. Nice. Well, that was a effective solve. When there's a lot of positive information in the first guess, and then I'm able to do like cater later like that, you're going to find all sorts of contradictions, and it's just going to lead you right to the answer. So this is how you would play if you weren't playing hard mode, right? Like you would literally guess hater after Earth. Like if you can get a pure anagram, that's perfect because the chances of finding both lies is really, really high. And then now you just know what the colors of those two are, and then you can move on from there. So if you're not interested in playing hard mode, I recommend using like at least 4 of the first guess in your next guess, and then just like keep doing that and finding the contradictions until you're like confident about where all the lies are. And then from there, it's just like a Wordle solve. Cool. Well, let's move on. Let's do Betweenle. I'll start with lucky. All right, so this orange dot is telling us that we're much closer to the beginning of the alphabet than we are to lucky, 9.3%. I'm going to try an early word starting with C, like cater. All right, actually, probably a word starting with B then. An early word like baker. All right, we're between baker and cater, so I think we're definitely starting with B at this point. Maybe something like BL. We could do blink. Not. It could be BL. It could be something like blunt. That's too far, right? Yeah. Okay. So we're between blunt and blank. It could be blink. Oh, okay. BLI. Oh, blind. Okay. So we need to count. There's about 2 or 3, probably 2. Maybe no. I think it would be 3 words between here because 0.012% is about 1 word. And so if we double that, that's going to be 0.024. That would not round up to 3. So I think it's 3 words. So if we look backwards, bling might be on there. And then before that, maybe blind. So maybe blind is okay, but I think we might actually be a little earlier, but let's try it. Okay, it is blind. So that probably means that both bling and blind were words, but I'm not sure. It could just be that one of those was between, and I was wrong about the count. But cool, blind seemed reasonable, and there we go. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's play daily. Let's play word peaks. So in this game, it's kind of like Betweenle, if you're familiar with that one. But the idea is that in each slot, it'll tell you if the letter is earlier or later in the alphabet, towards A or towards Z. But it's per letter instead of the whole word. So I like starting with polio. It's a weird word to start with, but it is fairly middling when you're talking about each individual letter. So we actually have the I correct here. Now this orange P is telling us, and you can see how the keyboard updates and also how this slot updates. It's telling us that we're between Q and Z, right? We're towards Z, and this O is telling us we're towards A for that slot. So I kind of want to go in the middle if I can. I'm wondering for an II word, something like, I was going to say civic, but we can't start with C. In fact, I don't know if this I don't know if this makes sense at all. Can we do mimic? Oops. We can't do mimic. Maybe this isn't an I then. What about remit? Does remit work? R-E-M-I. Oh, this can't be a T. Can't be remix either. Remid. No. It's really hard to think of words for this game. Let's just try to come up with something. Something middling here would be like a V or a W. Even the U, like un. We could do un. I don't like the N here. It's like at the end of the alphabet. All right, maybe a vowel then. Maybe an E or an I. Okay, I want the E here. What are we doing? What are we ending with? Probably a D, or we could even end in an A. That would be interesting, like an IA ending. I don't want to try that right now. IN, but I don't want to try an extreme. IL. ID seems like the best, but I don't know if I can actually do that. I could do rapid, probably. Yeah, I can do rapid. Let's try that. Okay, I'm right about ID. Oops, ID. Well, what's happening here? ID, okay. After R. Is it? It's not vapid. Okay. The AP are wrong. Obviously after A, towards Z. I don't know, do you think of before and after? Like, how do you imagine the alphabet? If I say before P, do you think towards A or do you think towards Z? It's an interesting discussion. I would think before would be towards A, because if you're laying them out left to right, before is to the left, because time flows to the right. But anyway, that's how I see it. What are we putting here? Is it squid? No, it's not squid. Darn, I thought that was a good idea. I don't know what we're putting in any of these slots. I was thinking about like maybe druid or something along those lines, but it doesn't work. Like I was thinking about UID in general. Then I thought of squid and druid, and none of those work. Could this be a vowel still, an E or an I? Can it be livid? No. IVID, livid, is the only one I can think of. Vivid. Ooh, yeah, that's a tough word. Okay, vivid. Took me 3 minutes and 28 seconds, but I got it. Took me 2 minutes just to think of rapid. That was tough. Well, how'd you do? Let's play word 500. I'm going to start with, I don't know, I'm thinking about rabid. I don't know why. It was in a crossword clue yesterday. Crossword answer yesterday. Rabid. Okay, so we have a green and a yellow. I'm going to assume that those are the vowels. And so we probably have an AI somewhere. I'm going to start by thinking we have an AI here. It could easily be shifted over right, actually. If that's easier. Something like faint. Saint. Let's do saint. 2 yellows. Okay, so I think we are shifted over. I think this is what happened. Oops, not like, hold on. Yeah, I think that's what happened. And I think we're AI like this. So chain is gone. Claim. All right, well, we're going to continue thinking we got the AI right until we can't think of any more words. Ooh, this is getting tough though, because we're running out of ways to start the word. And what do we end with? So like thinking what we end with can help. AI what? AIP, AI not V, AI. See, we're out of the good letters to end with. F, G, H, J, oh, come on, J, K, P, W, I don't know. Okay, so maybe it's not this. So if we double click the word 500 logo, we can start over. So A is definitely not green here, but maybe it's green here. So maybe we'll start with yellow A there. And I think we didn't end up with an I at all. So maybe we were supposed to have an R in the word. Maybe R is second. We could be like a CRA, and then we need like an S, N, or T. That seems reasonable. So if this was green, we could do CRA, and then we just need a yellow, like in this slot, maybe a T or an S. It could be crash. Let's do that. Ooh, all red. We like to see it. If we double click the word 500 logo, that tells us that nothing in crash was in the word. That's amazing. I cannot be the green in claim because, oh, it can be. Actually, I think it is. I think the I is the green here. That means it's yellow here. We need an N or a T in the word. Then L or M is in place. I like to think L likes to go second, so maybe that's good there. And then we need a B or a D somewhere. I like BL. So BL something I is all we have to do. And then we need to include an N or a T. It would have to be the N at the end, I think. Ooh, now this isn't working, is it? The NT threw me through, yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. I still think we have the I in place. I think that makes a lot of sense. So not the L? Let's say not the L. Let's say we have an IM ending. We need to use a B or a D and an N or a T. Denim? No. Denim doesn't work. Wait, denim does work. Denim is the answer. Okay. I second guessed it, but that was it. Okay. I was thinking we couldn't use the N, but then I realized I was thinking about the D, and I was like, oh, DE, and then I was like, oh, denim would work. I was like, but then the N, we already used the N. But then I was like, oh, wait, no, it's literally the yellow and saint. Cool. Well, that was tough. Denim is tough, but crash really saved us. Crash was possible, but it ended up all red, and that just like really limited our options. That was neat. All reds is always something you like to see in this game because it's finally information you can depend on. All right, well, how'd you do? Let's play Polygonle. Expert is on. So we have a 6-letter word today. We end with the same letter twice, and then this letter repeats as well. Ooh. So what are we doing here? Like, do we end in double L? Like, that seems reasonable, but then that means this is a vowel. Like, we end in ill or all or L, like something like that. And it suddenly just breaks down. Like I can't think of what we would do there. A. Okay, so maybe not double L. Could we end in like a double E or a double O or something? Oh, double S. Ending in double S, maybe? I think that seems good. Like a mass, but we need 2 letters here. Atlas with an extra S, darn it. I only know 5-letter words. Let's see. I can't think of it. I might have to do a filler on this one just because I can't. I don't know what works here. Yeah, I'm just going to do a filler. I can't think of it. So let's do cruise. It tests the S and the E there. It is double S at the end. Maybe it's S. Excess. Ooh, X. I didn't think of it starting with X. I had the E and the S is filled. I couldn't think of excess. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but I could only guess bamboo. Ooh, bamboo is fun. It would not have helped with excess at all, but it's fun. Egress would have helped. So another one with the ESS would have been egress, which I didn't think of. And then infill. I had the I and the L filled, but I didn't think of infill. That's a weird word, though. Cool. Well, let's do the mini. Oh, wow. So this letter repeats all those slots. Sassy or something? It's AY. Just a different letter that goes there. I don't know, Pappy, Tatty, Daddy. Okay, sorry. I should have thought of Daddy before those other ones. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. With the A there, we could do Daddy, we could do Mammy, Nanny, Pappy. There's a lot of them. Sassy, Daddy. Okay, yeah. I mean, the ones I guessed were listed as common, so I think that's fine. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do Symble. I'll start with Blaze. Maybe there's an L second. We'll test that with Cling. There's not an L second. Okay, so this is a different letter. This is a B, A, Z, or E, because the way yellows work in Symble is it means a different letter in that guess went in that slot. So B, A, Z, or E goes there. I'm thinking A or E. I don't know. I'm thinking A. Let's do an A. I can think of a word that I can actually use here. How about party? That's fun. Just some good letters. It is not an A. We end in TY though. This is the third symbol. We know that it has to be the green. So it looks like we're E something TY. Empty. No, not empty. How does this work? Hefty? That's a fun word. It's not hefty, but it is ETY. We could be double E. That's possible because this wouldn't be all like this is where the E. If there were 2 E's in the word, this E wouldn't be used up by this one, so this one couldn't use it. So it would show up gray instead of yellow. But is there an EETY word? No, I can only think of EA words like meaty. Okay, so we could be TTY. ETTY. But what would it be? Medi, Weddy, Jetty. Ooh, Jetty's tough. There it is. Oh. JE something TY. No. TE something TY. Testy. Got it. Oh, that was tough. Okay. I thought for sure it was going to be Jetty. And then I got confused by the moon, thinking that meant something different. I don't know. I thought that meant I misinterpreted it. That's it. I misinterpreted it as green because I saw it wrong. But yeah, that meant that we did have 2 T's in the word, and this T ended up in the first spot. Cool. Some real test of symbol knowledge on that one. How'd you do? All right, let's do the blind Fusele. Starting with an alphabetical clue, I always like to take advantage of starting with sus. Okay, so this is a vowel and it's close to S, so the only option is U. So we actually know there's a U there. This is not close to U and is, oh, wait, sorry. We must guess a vowel here. It's not actually telling us it's a vowel, but we must guess a vowel. Here we need to guess a vowel as well. So I'm going to do an AU word. Let's get off the alphabetical here. So we can't use anything near S's and U's in these slots because they're telling us it's not nearby. How about laugh? That sounds fun. All right, well, okay, yeah. So it wasn't actually a U. It's just it was making me guess U there. QRT, PV. I like trying R or T here. We can't be an ER word, but I could do something like, I don't know, I was thinking about OTED. But voted is gone. There's no V here. It's too close to S. How about fetid? F-E-T-I-D. Fetid. All right, so these were symbol clues. So this blue here means that a different letter in fetid goes in that spot. And this is still not, we still haven't found what goes here. So we can't start with T. We could start with E, I, or D. Yikes. Okay, and then E, and then otherwise these letters aren't in the word. Here we have to guess a word, but backwards. So let's do a word ending in E to see if there's an E in the word at all. It would be here. I want to try a different letter in this spot, not Q. We could try an R. We know it's not a T. Let's try an R here. So like, I could try another E here. We could do merge. We already know there's not a G. That's okay. I just want to find out. All right, we do start with E then. This guess, we're not going to learn about these 3 slots. Luckily, we already know this slot's an E, but unfortunately, okay, so this has been narrowed down. It's not a T or an R or a U. So maybe it's a V, a V or a P. Wow. Yeah, I haven't learned much about this word, have I? Do I want this to be a V or a P? Could it be empty? No, because we can't put a T here. We can end in Y, and I'm starting to think we do. We know there's not 2 E's in the word, so we can't end in E. So if we ended in Y, that's something to test. I'm not actually going to learn if this is a V or not unless I get the word. Can I do envoy? I can do envoy. There, that was the answer. Okay, phew. Yeah, that we were really limited. Like, we didn't have much info, but we really limited what was possible. So I wouldn't be surprised if envoy was like the only word left. Enjoy. We could have done, no, we couldn't have done enjoy because the middle letter had to be a V or a P or a Q. It wasn't going to be a Q. There was no U in the word. All right. Cool. Well, those are the games for today. Hope you enjoyed them. If you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.